Hello people, welcome to the channel. Today we got to talk about the heavyweight division, the little back and forth, and the little puss fest that Jon Jones has been putting on lately. Now, I want to put it out there, I need it set in stone for this video that I know that Jon Jones would fucking murder me. But I am a YouTube channel with no face, without my name out there. So I'm gonna talk my shit, I don't give a fuck. Jon Jones is pussying out and trying to use the legacy argument to get out of Tom Aspinall. And it's really pissing off a lot of fans, and I want to talk about it. So first things first, let's look at one of the tweets that got people kind of pissed off with Jon Jones, myself included. And we'll read over that, and then I got another one, and I just want to point out some annoyances I got with these, okay? So, first tweet from Mr. Johnny Bones Jones. So, in response to @GamesAndPlays1, which I didn't click on the profile, but I seen in someone else's video that apparently this dude is like sub 100 or sub 1,000 followers compared to fucking Jon Jones. But GamesAndPlays1 says, he's done all he can do. You can't blame him for being frustrated. I'm pretty sure talking about Tom Aspinall winning the interim heavyweight championship and wanting to fight the heavyweight champion, Jon Jones. Jon Jones responds saying, I mean, it doesn't really work like that. I was a champion when I was 23 years old, and you can't show up at the age of 30 pretending like you've been chasing me your whole life. I have no idea who 90% of your resume is. Meanwhile, I've been highlighting UFC events my entire career. And I assume he means I've been headlining UFC events my entire career. Now, I have a couple of issues with this. First things first is, really quick, if you look at the fight record I have on the screen right now, you might be asking yourself, whose random fights are these against these random people? This is Tom Aspinall competing at heavyweight 11 years ago now. Almost 11 full years ago. And you're saying that he's claiming that he's been chasing you his entire career. No, he's chasing the champion in his division in the best organization in the world, who is you, and you won't fight him. See, all Jon Jones wants is he wants for the people who have no idea about MMA, who just click links on websites, who just will go on Tapology or just go on UFC.com and just click his profile and say, Jesus, he beat Stipe Miocic. He beat the greatest heavyweight of all time. But in reality, I hope Jon Jones knows that every hardcore fan that is watching right now knows that he's just ducking Aspinall because it's a harder fight than Stipe. And he wants 48-year-old Stipe Miocic because it looks like he's beating the greatest heavyweight of all time. And he is, but it's 6 years past his prime. And there is a much more worthy contender waiting in the wings than Tom Aspinall. And trust me, Jon Jones, trust me, if you weren't bitching out of the Tom Aspinall fight, every hardcore fan would respect it more than the Stipe fight. Everyone, your legacy would be better. Like, I don't understand on Twitter when he says that beating Tom Aspinall does nothing for his legacy. I mean, how does beating the next generation, this fast, explosive heavyweight that no one thinks you're able to beat right now, like everyone that I'm reading is doubting you, and like no one really doubts Jon Jones, but like I think Tom Aspinall would beat him, but you'd rather take the 42-year-old Stipe and then retire there? Like, no, people would respect, take out the next guard, then ride off into the sunset and let them take over the division. Like, what are you going to fight? What if you lose to Stipe? Like, I know there's a rematch clause in there, but, like, then we have a 42-year-old Stipe as champion. You guys have to fight again, and Tom Aspinall just turned 31 then, sitting on the sidelines doing nothing. It's fucking brutal, man. Just fight the guy. Now, I just want to look at one more tweet that Jon Jones put out. I believe it was yesterday or the day before. This week, I know it was. And, this one also got under my skin, and I'll explain why after I read it to you. So the tweet reads, it's a wild world we live in. People can be so quick to try to replace you, throw you away, discredit your work. That's the best thing about them stats or just being able to see the fruits of your labor. Be an absolute savage at what you do, at whatever capacity that may be. Let the work speak for itself. Be undeniable in this world, ladies and gentlemen. Be absolutely undeniable. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad tweet, but my only issue is Jon Jones. Not a single person is trying to discredit all of your accolades, all of the title defenses at light heavyweight you have. Everything you've ever done is absolutely incredible. You're like 27-0? I don't count Matt Hamill. You are literally the greatest MMA fighter of all time. No one is taking that away from you. The issue is that you're not holding up the meritocracy that should be in the UFC. And I know that, Chito Vera is fighting for a title right now, so it doesn't really fucking matter. But, why aren't you fighting? Why are you cherry picking the easiest title defense for you to walk out on and claiming we should respect it because of the things you did in the 2010s? Everything in your resume and your legacy, despite being amazing, was 4 years ago and further, going as far back as 15 years ago. So why would we hold a place for you or hold you to this god tier standard despite you're the best in the world and the best of all time? You're still a fighter, you're still a person, and when you get injured and you're the champion, they hold an interim championship, and when you become uninjured, you then unify the championship with the interim champion. And you're refusing to do that. And I know that you and Stipe had your little fighting agreement and you signed your contracts. Well, you got hurt and you voided that contract, so you weren't fighting on UFC 295. Now sign a new contract, man. So fucking fight Tom Aspinall. This is what the people want to see. I don't understand how you want, it can only be for you that you want to fight Stipe Miocic that bad. Because you're saying for your legacy. I think the fans are the people who determine your legacy from how we perceive it. And we will perceive Tom Aspinall as better. I promise you that. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to look at Tom Aspinall, 30-year-old savage, just fucking knock the lights out of fucking Sergey Pavlovich. Sorry for cursing a lot, guys. I don't really like Jon Jones that much. But he just knocked the daylights out of Sergey Pavlovich. A fight that a lot of people didn't really think he would. I predicted Tom Aspinall to win. Just beat the lights out of him. Stipe Miocic in his last fight got folded like a lawn chair by Francis Ngannou 3.5 years ago or something like that. Come on now. He just won the interim championship, knocking out the number one heavyweight contender in the world. Sorry, I cannot speak today. Knocking him out cold, first round, minute in. And you want to fight the guy who 3 years ago got knocked out by the dude you ducked. Shout out Francis Ngannou, the lineal MMA heavyweight champion of the world. I just think it's crazy. Jon Jones, come on, man, buck up, fight Tom Aspinall, be a real champion. Because I'm definitely a fan of earning respect in the sport and earning title shots and earning the chance to be double champion and earning this, that, and the other thing. At heavyweight, you haven't earned nothing, man. You're new to heavyweight. You took 3 years off. Your light heavyweight shit doesn't stand up here, man. It doesn't. It pisses me off. Yeah, shout out to the real champion of the UFC heavyweight division, Tom Aspinall. Let me know what you guys think of this whole situation and all that in the comments. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you like all things MMA. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of 2024. We just started the year. We're at 44. I think we'll get there. I'm here for the grind. Let's do it. And again, thank you so much for watching. Now, go sleep.